Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in again. The last few weeks have been really dominated by the Google Assistant. This week's latest updates and features for the Google Home and the Google Assistant is relatively balanced, so let's get going. The first thing I want to talk about is multiple conversations being available on your Google Home and most Google Assistant enabled devices. Now, the one tricky part there, and we've seen this on our channel already, a how-to video, is that you can't actually switch between languages as you speak. So you do have to break it up by different commands or different queries, but you can use both of the languages within a continued conversation. One of the most asked for items here on the channel is, when is this feature coming to my country here? So routines is obviously a big one, and it's coming to a number of countries. We're seeing it go out to Australia, Canada, Germany, India, and the UK here. So routines is being launched, rolled out to all those countries. If you don't have it already, you're going to get it soon. Now, on that note, while Google Home could do those routines, the Google Assistant enabled devices like the Lenovo Smart Display was actually having difficulty activating or using routines. So if you didn't have a Google Home in your house, you were struggling getting your routines working for about the last week or so. Google has now stated that they have a fix to this problem and that all of your routines should be working. I personally never had any issues, and a number of users didn't report those issues as well. On top of that, we've had a couple of Google Home and Google Assistant outages where the Google Assistant has been acting very strange on those devices. All of those have been resolved, but it's interesting that we're seeing as Google tries to implement that next level of AI with Google Duo and these routine features, that they're starting to struggle a little bit with the Google Assistant. Something that's asked quite often on the channel here is about the visual information feature or visual display feature on Chromecasts. And we now have the ability, if you have a Chromecast on your TV, to ask about the weather, to ask about sports, to ask about a number of different news items as well, and they will show up on your TV actually as you're watching other content. And that's the really key change here. You can be watching other content and get that information kind of in the lower third of your device display. Now, many of you who watch this video or watch this series of videos, you know that I purchased a Lenovo Smart Display, but on top of that, Lenovo has come out with a set of basically smart home essentials, they're calling it. They have a $29, this is in US, smart bulb, a $29 smart plug-in, and then a $99 smart camera that they're going ahead. And of course, everything they're showing is integrating with their smart display, which is picking up a lot of steam on the market. Now, a couple of weeks ago when IFA 2018 was going on and there were a lot of new Google Assistant enabled speakers that had come out, I talked about the Citation 500 from Harman Kardon, but actually what we found is a whole series. Now you're seeing that list on the screen right now. You can see there's a whole bunch of speakers here in the Citation series that have Google Assistant on board and are capable of running all of your home automation. For those of you with an Electrolux smart oven, you're going to get Google Assistant support, so obviously Google Home support in 2019. Now, I personally don't know why you'd ever want your oven to be controlled by your Google Home, but hey, go for it. We've seen a lot of smart TVs out on the market that have Google Assistant integration, but we haven't seen a true projector. So Optoma has come out with the UHL 55. It's not yet on the market. It's a $1,500 US projector, but it has Android on board, and you're going to be able to run apps like Netflix, Spotify, YouTube TV on there. And of course, you have Google Home and Google Assistant integration with that, being that it's an Android device. On top of all of this, and I think what we've seen over time, is Google continue to use the Google Home as a basis for growing home automation and the automation in your life. Now, Wear OS has been something that I think has lagged a little bit behind, but what we're seeing is the inclusion of the Google Assistant, the interfaces, the growth of the interfaces, the changes in the interfaces come to the Wear OS watches. So you're going to get more of that Google Assistant based information that we're starting to see in the Google Assistant app, and what we're about to see on what I think is the Google Pixel 3 and the smart displays like the Lenovo smart display, with all of this visual information that you automatically get from your Google Assistant. So there you have it, guys. I hope this one was a great one in terms of all the new Google Home updates. We're still waiting on a couple of those big features from Google I/O 2018, but obviously they're still rolling forward with a lot of updates to this device and the new smart displays that are coming out. So we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.